Hi, Stories Channel here.
Today we're going through a 2013 horror comedy movie called P-Mock. The opening scene shows Nak, Mac's wife, inside the room having labor difficulty. She shouts for help and calls her husband's name, Mock. Up next, Ter, Puik, Shin, and A are soldiers complaining about the losses they have suffered in the ongoing war as the medical personnel carry their friend, Mock, inside the tent. Upon finding out his leg was broken, Mock cries out. Just then, he mentions that it's possible his wife already gave birth at home. Puik tries to lift the spirit of his friends by telling them a motivational story, but Ter cuts him short, reminding him that everybody died at the end of the story. Puik finally gets to lift the morale of his comrades and leads them into battle fully armed with their swords. Upon getting into the battle, the enemy attacks them with guns. This renders their attack strategy useless. The 5 friends are pinned down in a trench. They begin to say their last words as there is no hope of them escaping the enemy line. Mock becomes the hero and carries all his friends to safety. Meanwhile, at home, Nak calls on Mock while holding her baby in her hands. The villagers run inside their houses in fear of Nak, who they believe to be a ghost. Moving on, Mock and his comrades play a game of cards inside a boat as they travel home. Upon arriving at Mac's village, they are surprised about the sudden disappearance of everybody in the village. Mock gets home and calls on his wife, announcing his arrival. Mock goes inside his house to find his wife. They hug and tell each other how much they have missed each other. Mock asks about the baby and Nak tells him where the baby is. Mock carries the baby and names him Dang. Afterward, Mock introduces his wife to his friends. The friends tell Mock they will have to stay the night since it will be hard for them to get a boat this late, but Mock convinces them to stay till the war is over. They agree and he points at an empty house opposite of his where his dead aunt used to live. He tells them that they can stay there, but Shin is scared not to be haunted by Mac's dead aunt. Later that night, Mock and Nak enjoy each other's company and Mock promises Nak not to leave her again. Moments later, Nak lays her baby to sleep. The following morning, Shin wakes the group up as he plays with some chirping birds. Just then, Nak comes over to them. The 5 see a boat transporting the bodies of soldiers to their family. Later that day, the 5 go to the market to buy some goods, but the sellers all refuse to sell anything to them the moment they sight Mock. They go to a liquor store where the store owner tries to warn Mock about his wife and kid, but she is hushed and dragged inside by her son, Ping. The 5 look confused about what is going on. Afterward, Shin sees Nak acting weird and looking at him in an awkward manner. While drinking and talking that night, Shin tells his other 3 friends that Nak is a ghost, but they laugh at him. When they run out of liquor, the group sends Shin to go get a refill from Mac's house, but he tells them that he is scared. He is forced to go anyway. Acting all scared, Shin gets to Mac's house and asks for him from Nak. Nak invites him inside the house. Just then, Shin sees Nak standing with blood dripping from her thighs. Shin screams and wakes up beside his friends, realizing he was in a dream. Just then, Shin is told to go get a refill of liquor from Mac's house. He exclaims that this is a déjà vu. In front of Mac's house, Shin falls as he is climbing the stairs. Getting to the entrance of the house, he sees strange things. Shin gets scared and runs back to his friends who are having fun due to their drunkenness. Shin explains to the group what he saw and tells them that Nak is truly a ghost, but they made fun of him. The next day, Mock is fixing some broken stairs as the group has a chat. Ter goes upstairs to get an axe. Up there, he sees the house abandoned and ragged just like Shin said the other night. Ter looks between his own legs to confirm if Nak is a ghost, but nothing happens. Ter then tells Shin to stop freaking out. While taking a shit in the bush, Ter discovers a body and gets scared. As he runs over to his friends, he accidentally knocks over a bee's nest. Ter gets to the compound, but with his face all swollen up from bee stings. He tries to explain to his friends what he saw, but the situation of his mouth made his words unclear. Just then, Ter spots the same ring he saw on the body's hand on Nak's hand too. Ter exclaims Nak is a ghost, but his friends couldn't hear him still. Just then, Nak comes over and asks what happened to Ter's face. She volunteers to make some herbs to heal Ter's face. After that, Ter writes that Nak is a ghost in a piece of paper to show his friends, but Mock sees it too. The 4 run to their room packing their loads to run away. Later on, Mock goes inside and challenges Nak on why she didn't tell him what happened. After some time, the 4 sees Mock and Nak hugging each other in the house. Just then, the 4 look at the paper again only to find out what was written on it translates to, Nak is gross. Ter implores the group not to leave. Later that night, Ter and Shin decide to tell Mock that his wife is a ghost. Meanwhile, Ping comes over and tells A and Puik that Nak terminated Ping's mother because she tried to warn Mock that Nak was a ghost. Ter and Shin are about to tell Mock the truth when Puik and A come over and warn them. Nak then tells Mock to invite his friends inside for dinner. On the dining table, the group is served with dirt and worms. Mok brings out Dang to play with the group as they eat. Moments later, the group plays a game of charade. Mok gets every one of his guesses wrong. A little while later, the four run to their apartment, scared after getting a guess about ghosts in the game. Nak speaks in their head, telling them to mind their business. The four at home contemplate whether or not Nak will terminate them. Just then, they hear a knock on the door. Mok comes inside and scolds them that they are not better than the villagers who accuse his wife of being a ghost. Mok then explains to the group that Ping was the one who spread the rumor among the villagers because Ping seduced Nak while Mok was at war, but Nak didn't agree. Mok leaves them angrily and the four decide they have to do something drastic. Later that night, Mok and Nak go on a date to the village square to have fun, but Nak insists on wearing a mask. On the Ferris wheel, Nak asks Mok if he's scared of ghosts, but Mok says no. Leaving the Ferris wheel, Mok and Nak enter the haunted house. The four can be seen in a distance hatching out a plan. Inside the haunted house, the four kidnap Mok and carry him into the forest. Mok argues with them and leaves them afterward. While walking in the forest, the group finds a trail of blood and follows it to Mok. Mac's wound from the war is open and bleeding. The group says the wound should be healed by now. Just then, Ter and Shin pour the holy rice on Mok. Mok screams in pain and the group runs for their safety, concluding Mok has been the ghost all along. The four run home to Nak and apologize to her for joining the villagers in saying she's a ghost. Nak asks after Mok, but the four lie to Nak, telling her the war is getting close to the village and Mok instructed them to keep Nak safe. Moments later, the four and Nak are in a boat, but it starts to sink. They dispose of their loads. In the process of reducing weight, Ter throws away the paddles too. While the group discusses how to move the boat without paddles, Mok shows up on the other side of the river. He walks over to them, but he starts to drown. The four figures a ghost can't drown and rescue Mok, pulling him onto the boat. The four comrades ask Mok why he screamed when they poured the holy rice on him. He tells them that it touched his wound. Just then, the boat starts sinking again, prompting the group to paddle with their hands. Seconds later, Ter stops and tries to figure out who the ghost is, since it's neither Mok nor Nak. Just then, A drops a ring identical to the one Nak, Mok and the body in the bush had been wearing. They push A off the boat as he is considered a ghost. In the confusion to escape, Nak passes a wet paddle to Ter. Ter then realizes the paddle was thrown inside the river moments ago and there's no way anyone can pick it from that far. Ter looks between his legs, revealing Nak's ghostly form. Afterward, the group escapes from the boat, leaving Nak inside. Mok refuses to go, but the four knocks him unconscious and carry him along. The next scene shows the group in a temple with Mok still unconscious. The monk warns them that no matter what happens, the group shouldn't step out of the enchanted thread. Moments later, Nak arrives in her ghostly form and this wakes Mok. The monk sprinkles holy water on Nak. During the confusion and Max struggles to get to his wife, the enchanted thread cuts and the monk runs for his life, leaving the group. The group tries to escape from the temple through the second entrance, but A, looking all pale, reappears to them and tells them he is not a ghost. He confesses to them that he stole the ring from the corpse because he needed money. Later on, the group remembers Nak is still standing behind them. The four tell her to go away, insisting that the dead can't be around the living. They beg her to leave them alone, but Nak asks them why they keep getting between her and Mok. They answered her saying she's an evil ghost and that she killed Ping's mother. She explains that she didn't kill her. Ping's mother got drunk and drowned in the river. Nak adds that she only wants to be with the person she loves, Mok. Nak cries and tells them if she can't be with Mok in this world, she will take Mok with her to the other world. Mok in tears informs Nak that he's known all along that Nak is a ghost. He tells Nak that he never stopped loving her. After Mok and Nak confess their love to each other, the four friends get emotional and teary, promising each other to be friends forever. A flashback shows the day Mok and Nak met each other. In the post-credit scenes, Nak is seen using her powers to help people. Their son shows the same signs of power as Nak and the movie comes to an end. Thanks for watching, guys.